Hi, my name's Paul. I'm 37 years old. It was suggested to me to write something down before doing this video, but yeah, you're just gonna get it how you get it. Basically, I've been struggling my whole life, like literally my whole life. I'm in a recovery program. Part of it, the questions they ask is, are you having trouble in personal relationships? Can you control your emotional natures? Are you prey to misery and depression? Can you not seem to make a living? Feeling of uselessness, full of fear, were unhappy and couldn't seem to be of real help to other people. And I ticked all them boxes because most of my life it's like I've been in the eye of the storm. It's all in hindsight now because I don't know it at the time. I was completely deluded, but my value was my own self-care and worth. That's all that mattered. Do you know what I mean? And how I seem to have rated how successful I was by what possessions I had, what partner I had, how my family looked, where I lived, what I drove, how much money is in the bank. And if any of them weren't hitting my target, which was unrealistic, always unrealistic, I was just depressed. I was depressed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm in recovery. I've been in recovery for 3 years now, and been trying so desperately to stop doing what I've been doing, and it's been painful. I mean, my whole life, all I've done is stole off people. If I'm not stealing their possessions, I'm stealing their peace of mind. Morally, my compass has been way off. Do you know what I mean? It didn't matter as long as I got what I wanted. And I would so desperately try to hold on to partners, to jobs, to friendships and everything like that. But the minute I needed what I needed, which was drinking substances, the shine wore off. All that stuff I thought I needed, and I didn't care about it no more. And all I cared about was going back to what I knew and what I thought made me happy. And even in recovery, everyone was screaming at me, you need to find a power in your life. You need to find God in your life. And I was looking in all the wrong places. And it's been an extremely painful life for me. I mean, burnt bridges is an understatement. I lost respect from everyone. People used to tolerate me, or I could put on a mask to get people to like me, but I couldn't keep that mask on for long. And most of the time I let them down, and it just showed my true colours. My whole life has just been, it's had no purpose. It's just been painful. It's just been horrible. And after nearly 30 relapses in recovery, and all they said to me was, without that power, you could be doing all this other stuff, but without a God in your life, you can get sobriety, but you can't keep it. And I still thought I knew better. Deluded, completely deluded. I still thought I knew better. And it ended how it always ended. Waking up in the morning, crying my eyes out, suicidal thoughts. Oh, I don't want to do this. Too scared to get out of bed. Anxieties through the roof, severe depression, personality disorders. It was just dark. Life was dark. There was no hope in my life. I was completely and utterly hopeless. Couldn't hold on to anything. And more importantly, when that hole in the stomach, that hole in the soul, do you know what I mean? I just felt I needed to fill it. The only thing I knew would fill it would be shiny things like possessions, which I could buy, or alcohol and substances. And it was a pitiful existence. It was painful. Sad. Do you know? And it was painful. It was painful. Even 2 years ago, I tried to find God, like when I first came into recovery, because that's the answer, even though I thought I knew better. I wasn't ready to listen to anything. It didn't matter what you said. You sounded weird, but weird ain't, it didn't sound weird. Do you know what I mean? It ain't weird. At the time, it was just another way of me going, nope, that ain't for me, because it's different. I don't like different. Do you know what I mean? Except for what I've learned is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And I was sick of letting people down. I was sick of being scared all the time. I mean, my paranoia was through the roof. I could look at someone's body language and I knew for a fact they didn't like me, so I wouldn't like them. Straight away, another broken relationship. And reading stuff wrong, it was just painful. And then when I come back in this time, the only difference was that I was completely broken, and I had had enough. I'd had enough. It wasn't even a rock bottom. Something just snapped inside me. And then I got some help through, you call it spiritual advisor, it's a sponsor in recovery. And he said, "You ready to give God a go now?" And I was like, I'll do anything. And I did. He said, "Pray tonight, but pray be sincere." Do you know what I mean? Don't just say it because you're trying to please someone else or just trying to get people off your back. Pray it like you mean it. Pray like your life depends on it. And it did. Do you know what I mean? Except for I still thought I could fix it. 37 years old and still thought I could fix it. And yeah, I was broken. And then I got on my knees and I asked Jesus for help. That was pretty much it. I asked Jesus for help. I got on my knees and I was dying and I was desperate and I was like, "I don't know who you are. To be honest, I don't even effing believe in you." I said, "But I need your help. I can't do this no more. I don't know. I can't see a way out. Please help me. Please just keep me sober for today. Please help me not harm anyone today." And then I went to bed that night and something was different in me. It was like I had a sense that I was going to be all right for the first time in my life. And what did I do? I surrendered. I stopped trying to do it my way and I tried doing it another way. And then I was introduced properly to the Bible. I read through it, but so much prejudice and stuff like that, it just blocked me from having any chance of a relationship with God. None. It was just impossible. But I got on my knees and I prayed to Jesus and asked for help. And it was a very simple prayer. "God, I'm dying. I need your help. Don't know who you are. Don't even believe in you. But I need your help." And something changed that day. I can't even describe it. It's just, there was this thing in my gut level that I was going to be all right. And I'm 37 years old and my whole life I never thought it was going to be all right. I was like the boy whistling in the dark, pretending I ain't scared. I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be all right. But I knew deep down inside I wouldn't be all right. But this time it was different. And from then on, after that feeling, and it was like I spent 20 years completely obsessing about drinking and using and me, and then overnight there's no obsession no more. And then if you want to fast forward the track 7 months, nearly 7 months now, I haven't had a single thought of drinking and using. This is someone that just literally lives for oblivion, lives for what makes me happy. And what did I do? I surrendered and I gave into a new way of life. And then I went to a local church down at Freshwaters. I'd met the guy a couple of years ago, the pastor there, Ron, and he's so warm and friendly, and I could still picture his face. I could still picture him when he was praying to me. I had my eyes open looking at him thinking, what's going on? And because I wasn't ready. And I was sitting there and my sponsor said, "You need to go find a home. You need to go find a safe place where you can learn about the Bible, you can learn about God, and you can start building a relationship with Jesus." And I went there and I was welcomed the second I went in. Everyone gave me a little smile. Some people come up and spoke to me, just genuinely interested in me. And I just felt safe, so safe. I couldn't wait for next Sunday. And it's just where my journey really started kicking off. I went back there the week after and it was like halfway through the service. And I just sat there and it's just had a moment. All my head just kept on saying was, "You're home, you're home." And it was the first time in my life I felt like I had a place somewhere. First time in my life I felt like I had a place somewhere. And kind of what I realised is everyone's human and everyone's got issues somewhere along the line. We can all put a mask on and show that we're amazing, but what I've learned is you only see what people want you to see, and I only let people see what I wanted them to see. But I could be myself in there, and myself was changing. I mean, like nearly 7 months down the line now, I don't even recognise myself. And I was told there's 2 days that are really important in your life. It's the day you're born and the day you find out your purpose. And yeah, both of them promises which were told to me have come true. Do you know what I mean? I found my purpose now. And it's not about me. It's not about what I want. It's about other people, because what I've learned is that my willpower alone and me trying to get what I want never cuts it. I'll be running after something, and I'll be saving up for something, and I'll focus on something. The minute I get it, and after 2 days, I'm like that. Don't care about that no more, and I'm off again to something else. It's been my whole life, but now what I've learned is God takes care of me. I take care of his children. When I get closer to God, I get closer to his children. And I kind of think I struggled at the beginning. No, I did. I struggled at the beginning talking about it. It was like the prejudice of the world, you know what I mean? Everything's God's fault, but what I truly believe with all my heart is stuff just happens, but God will get me through it. And I believe that now with all my heart, and there's a peace that I get from that, which is indescribable. Just that kind of calmness. Life's so much more manageable now, and I still get distracted, and I still get guilt and beat myself up, but what I've learned is that guilt and shame, the remorse, the pain, the misery, depression, all that stuff I've been carrying around my whole life, Jesus died, so I don't have to feel that. He paid the price, so as long as I believe in what I believe in, I can live a life guilt-free, shame-free. What I've done in the past doesn't define who I am today, and I can't forget my past, because that's not a cop-out. I can't forget my past, but use it now as experience with value, instead of using it as a reason to keep blowing myself up with all the painful stuff that like I was doing before, drinking, gambling, drugging, all the rest of it. None of that's in my life today. There's a lot of stuff going on with the virus and everything, and it's happening. I'm powerless over it. There's nothing I can do about it. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it, apart from hygiene, keep myself clean, social distance, do everything the government's asked me to do. But apart from that, it's completely out of my hands. And I can't try and live, like, if this was the only day I've got left, how am I going to live it? Am I going to live it worrying about tomorrow? Tomorrow's already got its own problems. Why worry about tomorrow? Live today, live in the moment. And that can only happen by having all that fear taken away and having a new objective, do you know what I mean? Which is pleasing God. And how do I do that? By considering other people. What a concept. What an amazingly simple concept, but I made it so complicated. Today, read the Bible. I try being kind, try being loving. I don't check my bank balance like twice a day, 3 times a day. I don't try chasing the money anymore. Family's more important, relationships are more important. I have time today to be there for other people, and then I have a choice whether to be there for other people or to just please myself. And what I've learned is that if I don't put myself first, I get taken care of. It says it in the Bible. It says we'll always get what we need. God will always provide. And today that's true. Do you know what I mean? I am living testament of that. I'm someone that, if anyone knew me, would know that you couldn't rely on me for nothing. And I would give you 100 yeses, and I wouldn't stick to most of them. And if I did, it'd only be to get something out of it. Like, I've spent my whole life being a master manipulator, find your weakness so I can get what I need. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm quite resourceful. I flip that on its side now. I completely turn it around. I can notice other people's shortfalls, shortcomings and struggles, and I try being there for them instead of thinking how it's going to benefit me. And Freshwaters have gave me that. God's gave me that. And the promises in the Bible have gave me a peace like no other. I don't look at happiness as I need something to happen for me to be happy now. There can be bad stuff going on around me. But when I focus on Jesus and I focus on God, that stuff that's happening around me, which is negative, doesn't affect my peace. That's a joy you can't put a price on. There's no amount of money that can pay for that. So yeah, another word for faith I've learned is courage. And what it took for me was to get vulnerable, to get open-minded, honest and willing. And they seem like the hardest things to do in the world because we've got a lot of pride and ego, but when you start swallowing your pride, start practicing it, you start realising that there's progress in that. And you have a choice. You can either go for comfort or character building. You can either go for comfort, which is shiny stuff. You can go for character building, which is stay strong, stay steadfast, Trust in your God. Trust in your Christian family. A completely different way of life. So I can go for the easy fix, or I can go for something which might be a bit painful, but I just have faith that I'll be okay, and where there's pain, there's growth. And my life's completely changed around. People say like, you believe in God? And I'm like, yeah, he saved my life. God saved my life. God saved my life, and he's saving lives and the people that are around me as well. Not just I'm not harming them no more, but I'm actually like present, accountable. I'm of use today. I'm like, I can be of comfort to people. I can be a shoulder. The most valuable thing that I've learned is time. We never get it back, but we can make maximum use of it. And I wasn't doing none of that. I lived with my curtains down, my doors closed, underneath the duvet, too scared of the world, and now I just want to face it. So yeah, if you're new to faith, what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Do you know? Give it a go. Sincerely give it a go, and I bet you your life will change. I guarantee your life will change. So a friend said to me, I don't know what happened to me. I just started praying to Jesus for help, and then all of a sudden I started getting a bit lucky, and I started noticing changes in my life, and that just prompted me to carry on. So he said, I dare you. He goes, I dare you, Paul. Start praying to Jesus and see where it goes. And I've never looked back since. So yeah, I'm going to leave this message with, it's normal to have doubts. It's normal to have a prejudice, because we've been brought up in a society like that, but where materials are a lot more valuable than serenity. So yeah, if you haven't prayed before, pray. Dare you. Double dare you. Thank you. Be good to come down when all this is over, or join the Zoom meetings. Yeah, changing my life, and it can change your life as well. Cheers. You take care.